What's going on, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be showing you 5 unique side hustles that you can do in order to make some money on the side. Now, I'm not going to be talking about the side hustles you've all heard about, such as Upwork, freelancers, Uber, stuff like that. I'm going to be talking about truly unique side hustles that you may not even heard about. So definitely pay attention in this video. And each side hustle is going to be different from the next. So depending on your skills, your interests, your passions, you may be interested in a certain side hustle, but not interested in another. Or perhaps you're going to be interested in all of the side hustles that we cover today. So without any further talk, let's get into the side hustles. So the first side hustle is selling Canva templates, okay? So here's an article that I found. This is on the blog called The Side Blogger, and she is talking about making $2,000 a month average from selling Canva templates. And she has a whole how to do it, how to correctly do it. And actually, there's a quick list here. Step 1 is sign up for Canva. Step 2, decide on different types of products that you'll be selling in your shop. Figure out what kind of products you're going to be selling. Create Canva templates to sell. Canva has a lot of pre-made templates that you can take inspiration from. Prepare Canva templates deliverables. All right. So there's a lot of guys, there's a lot of stuff, but the first thing that you have to do is you have to go into Canva. And so, for instance, if I go to create a design, let's say I want to do a logo or something, doesn't really matter. Once I start designing, I have these templates. So Canva comes with a lot of these built-in templates. So if I click on it, and there's 4 of them, right? So for instance, this one has a lot more. I click on it, it puts it in. Now, the beauty of this template is that it's not like an image that I can use or not use, I like or I don't like. I can modify, right? So I can double click and say James here. And I can say, best channel on YouTube. Okay? And the way you can do it is what's going to happen is you can click share and you can actually share it with someone. And then once they get access to it, they can change it around. They can put their own stuff in there. And then they can simply hit download and save it as a PNG, or they can save it as an MP4 video if it has some kind of video elements in it. So there's a lot of people making a lot of money in it as a side hustle, right? So if you are in any way kind of design inclined, you have some, you're like that kind of design thing, you want to create something, this could be the ticket to do it for. You can research more about it. But I have seen a lot of people make a lot of money selling these templates. And then when you're ready to sell, you can simply go to sell fi or sell fee and just sign up here and you can start selling your products. And here you can sell digital products or you can sell physical products. So I recommend using a site like this. But if you want to use another site, there's like tons of different sites that are similar to this one where you can sell your templates. The next side hustle I want to bring to your attention is selling coloring books on Amazon. And this is a unique side hustle because when I heard about it, I was like, wait, coloring books. But apparently, you can have coloring books for kids and for adults. Now, I would probably recommend trying both markets to see which one is going to be more profitable for you, which market is going to respond better. But here we have how to sell your adult coloring pages on Amazon. So here's an article. It's on picmonkey.com. That's picmonkey.com. How to make a coloring book in 5 steps. So you can open this thing, open a blank canvas. You can turn the crop, the bleed, customize your coloring book, add more coloring pages, download and print. And so when it comes to actual graphics, obviously you can draw them yourself using a vector-based tool such as Adobe Illustrator or another tool, even Pixelmator, you can do that. Or you can go out and you can find these kind of graphics, these kinds of images for free or to buy the actual license to use them. So it's really up to you. And then you can simply place them exactly how they describe to do it here. Now, they're telling you to use their own tool, PicMonkey. You can try using a tool, but there are lots and lots of other tools that you can use. And so when we go to Amazon and we type coloring books for adults, we have a lot of coloring books. So for instance, let's say I search this query. We have even ads. Look at this, 21,000 reviews. And I don't use coloring books. Maybe when I was a kid I used them. I don't remember. But if we go to this coloring book and we want to learn more about it, look at it, it's a bestseller, and they picked a niche. So it's important to obviously pick a niche, but that's the case is with pretty much anything, right? With Canva templates, with Amazon books, you got to pick a niche. And if you click on look inside, this is going to give you a kind of an inspiration when you're thinking about creating this kind of book. You look inside, right? And we can scroll down. Take a look at this. So here's the front page: stress relieving designs, animals, mandalas, flowers, patterns. So this is kind of what the book looks like, right? This is kind of what it looks like. And if you read the reviews, check this out, guys. If you scroll down, we read the reviews, and we say, love this coloring book, a great way for me to distress. It has good picture variety. So for some people, apparently it's a way to kind of relieve some of the stress. We all have different ways, personal ways of relieving stress. It really depends. Some people, they get like a fish tank, they go to the gym, they go for a run, that kind of thing. But, it's also a nice way to sit down and relieve stress. So here you go. Lots of beautiful quality pages to color, great detailed designs. Be sure to have your pencil sharpened to a perfect point for the tiny areas. There you go. I love this. I have chronic pain, so it's perfect to take my mind off things and just relax. So there you go. I had no idea this was a market. I thought like this was only for kids, obviously. But you have for adults, right? So it's like two niches, right? If you go to Amazon here and you do here for teens, for kids, for women, for kids ages, this age range, I would just do it for adults. I would just start with adults and maybe expand to other markets later on. So this is a nice niche to do. And I may be doing something with Amazon. So if you guys want me to do a from beginning to end kind of a case study, maybe with something like this, maybe with a regular book, leave me a comment below to let me know. Next, you can create Final Cut Pro packs, okay? And this is actually a lot easier than you think. So if you Google for Final Cut Pro packs, and by the way, what is Final Cut Pro? Final Cut Pro is a tool for creating videos. I use Final Cut Pro for making, all the videos that you see on this channel and some of my other channels. This is the only tool I use. And there are ways of enhancing the video that you create. For instance, you can create various effects. You can create various titles, like the text that you see in the video. You can create various transitions. There's lots of interesting things that you can do. And people sell them, right? So they have these title templates, the YouTuber pack, they sell that, and they give it out for free. It depends how you do it. So for instance, here's a site, that's all they do. They just create various effects, various tools. So if you go to Final Cut Pro, if you go in here, you go to templates, you can essentially download a template. For instance, this is Creative Ad Modular, Art Gallery, Business Modular, Music Vibes. Now, this is obviously a little bit more advanced, right? So if you have no experience with this kind of design, it's going to take you a little bit longer. But if you want to create something simple, it's very, very easy to do. So here I am in my Final Cut Pro screen. This is actually a video for my no-code channel that you're going to see in the description. This is James No Code. And so if you pick a clip here and we come in here, and as you can see, I have various effects. I have desktop windows. So if I hover over that, this is what's going to happen. I have this kind of effect. It creates like, that kind of background that you see. Very, very nice. And a lot of this is fairly easy to make. Obviously, you can have very, very complex effects, or you can have very, very simple effects. I would recommend starting out with something simple. And me, I'm not a creative kind of person. I'm more of a logical kind of person, but still, I found this very, very easy to do. Now, I didn't make these effects. My effects are here. If I go into custom, these are the kind of effects that I did. I have this kind of I have this video effects 3, a video border that I created, a bubble template that I'm using in this channel. These are the effects I created myself, the end screen. So I have created very simple effects. So if you're interested in this, you can also learn how to use an app called Apple Motion, which is a very easy way to create these effects, to create different things. And then you can essentially get the file and you can sell them, just like anything else, just like templates, just like some kind of a tool. You can sell these effects and you can sell them on a site called Selfie, which is where I've seen a lot of creators selling their effects. So this is another really, really cool niche. If you're into you have kind of this video mind, video production, motion, 3D motion, 3D effects, it wasn't my thing, but I'm really getting deep into it because I really, really enjoy it. Next, I want to show you a side hustle where I definitely have some experience with, and that is creating Bubble plugins. So what is Bubble? If you type Bubble plugins, you will see one of my videos here on Bing. This is a video that I did. I have a channel called James No Code. And so what is Bubble? Bubble is an app builder. It's a site where you can go and you can create an app, an application, all with drag and drop without writing a single line of code. It's extremely powerful, and you can do pretty much everything that you can do when you sit down and actually code the site from scratch. So I have an entire channel on this. The link is in the description. It's also called James No Code. That's all I talk about on the channel. But essentially what happens is if you go into Bubble, right? So if you Google for Bubble plugins and you go in here, you can create independent plugins that do various things in a way that, if a person is building the app, they don't want to do it, or they don't know how to do it, or it's going to take a long time for them to do it. It's an extension. You're essentially creating an extension that you can use. So if you come to Bubbles, so this is Bubble right here. This is the home. This is some of the apps that I have just to kind of show you. And if I go to their plugin kind of directory, right, you can extend Bubble with plugins. And first things first, Bubble is only one of the tools out there. It's one of the more popular tools, but there are many other tools and they all have plugins and there are all kinds of ways of making money. So if you are in any form or way more kind of a logical person, maybe you have background in software engineering, you're a more tech-leaning person like myself, you're not much of a designer, you're not much of a creative type, but you like code, you like logical stuff, this could be the ticket for you. So here it says extend Bubble with plugins, and there's all kinds of plugins. Take a look at this. And you can sell plugins as a one-time fee, or you can even charge a monthly price for them. That's what makes it super, super lucrative, right? So we have a toolbox, it's free. So if we scroll up, these are community plugins. So let's say we select all. So here I have premium plugins. We have 35 ones, 25 ones, 190 ones. Look at that. 39 ones, $5 a month. We have 4 a month, 15 ones. So depending on what your plugin does, you can have a very interesting pricing structure. You can just charge them, $20, $60, or you can charge them, $10 a month, $5 a month. So all you do is you open one of these plugins and it says here $5 a month or $25 once. So, you have that option there and you can create dynamic height and width. This plugin would allow you to dynamically change any element's height and width depending on the viewport or page size. So there you go. There's a little description, life-saving. There's some reviews here. It's like in the App Store, right? But you're creating a very, very niche product for a niche app builder. So that's very, very cool. So if you guys want to learn more about it, I have an entire different channel. I actually have a couple of videos specifically on creating plugins. They're free courses, free tutorials. You can simply head over there. It's the first link in the description and you can learn more about it. Maybe this is going to be your cup of tea. Maybe it won't be. Who knows? And last but not least, I want to talk about how to make money by selling Google Sheets apps, okay? And so with Google, for instance, here's one of my spreadsheets here. If I go into extension, I have these add-ons. So I can click on Get Add-ons, and there's all kinds of add-ons that I can essentially install that are going to do something with this data. Maybe they're going to connect my data here in my Google Sheets to somewhere else. Or maybe they're going to manipulate that data right here in Google Sheets and they're going to do something with it. Maybe they're going to crop it. Maybe they're going to organize it. Maybe they're going to create a new color scheme. Whatever it is, there's all kinds of ways. And Google Sheets is a free tool from Google, so there's a lot of people using it. The audience is enormous. It's huge. It's pretty much all the people with a Google account, essentially. And so if you go in here, we get add-ons, you can kind of get an idea of how it works. So let's say I want this quiz banker, okay? So let's click on that. And there are 10 million installs. And if we scroll down, so it says pricing is not available, but sometimes they give you a free trial, 14 days, 30 days. and then you have to sign up, and then maybe it's going to be a monthly fee. Typically for these tools, a lot of them I noticed, well, not a lot of them, some of them have a monthly fee structure. Some of the other ones have like a one-time fee, that kind of thing. So there's developer, you can kind of learn more about it. So if I go in here, I can go to their website here, and they have these add-ons here. And sometimes they have a pricing structure here. So if you click on one of the add-ons, you can kind of learn what it does. So I'm not sure of the pricing. I guess sometimes after you install it, it's going to tell you how much you have to pay. But one of the more popular extension or Google Sheet apps or whatever you want to call them is called Sheets to Site or Sheet to Site. And essentially, this allows you to turn your Google Sheet into a professional website. And it has 52,000 installs. It's 92 reviews, averages 4.8 stars. And this guy's making like a lot of money. He's making a ton of money. I remember when he just started, and this was a very, very popular product. But now this guy's making a ton of money. This is actually the website that was created with this tool. And it's a showcase of all the other websites that were created with this tool. So it's kind of this, situation where you have a website that's created, and then you have other websites inside of it that are created. It kind of reminds me of that movie that is on the similar theme. Is you have one thing, and then inside that you have something else. I forget the name of the movie, but maybe you remember the name of the movie. And so this is a great, great way of doing it, because Google Sheets is used by pretty much everybody, right? A lot of people use Google Sheets. It's my primary tool. I use this all the time. And so for me to do some kind of logic, connect this data to something else, or modify this data or do something with this data, it's very, very, very helpful. And so you can kind of Google how to build a Google Sheet app, but the way it works is that you need to know a little bit of coding, not a lot. And they give you a really, really nice way of building these apps. So there's a lot of tutorials, lots of ways of doing it. You just have to decide, is this for you or is this not for you? I'm doing Bubble. So for me, Bubble is going to be a natural choice. I'm doing Final Cut Pro a lot. So maybe I'll do some kind of a Final Cut Pro effect or something I'm doing. But ultimately, you kind of have to decide, are you more on the creative side? You want to do design, Canva templates. Are you more on the kind of the coloring book side? You want to use an app to create a design for coloring, and you can even buy those designs as well. You can get them for free. You can download them somewhere, and you can insert them into your books and sell the books that way. Or you're more of a kind of analytical person, right? Google Sheets. That's definitely right up my alley. Maybe this is something I'm going to be looking into. So you kind of have to decide which one of these very unique side hustles is for you or not. All right, guys? So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. Let me know if you have any questions. And I would really appreciate just letting me know which ones of these side hustles is something that you prefer of doing. Or if you're not sure, let me know in the comments and I would help you out. All right, guys? So thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe to this channel. Give this video a fat like if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you real soon.